So the Japanese side of the Weathering Waves community has been on fire for the past few days, and if you don't know why, there has been a localization issue for the Japanese community. There has been a lot of mistranslation in the story and the dialogue itself, but that was not actually a big problem to the Japanese community. It was made fun of and it was laughed off as a joke. But now what has happened is the weapon, the Verdant Summit, had a mistranslation which actually affected the Japanese community in a very, very bad way. So, what happened was Verdant Summit, which is Jian's signature weapon, had its passive mistranslated. Let's read the passive. Increases the damage bonus of all resonance attributes by 12% every time intro skill or resonance liberation is cast. Increases heavy attack damage bonus by 24 and stacks up to 2 times. This effect lasts for 14 seconds. So the mistranslation was in this part, the resonance liberation part. So for the Japanese community, the resonance liberation was actually translated as resonance skill. And as you guys know, resonance liberation and resonance skill are two very different things. A lot of people are very angry because there is a big spending culture in the CN community and the Japanese community for gacha games, and for a lot of people they were going to go for the refinement 5 version of this weapon. So basically they are going to pull 5 copies of this weapon, and a lot of people did. After pulling for this weapon, they realized something was off, and then the Weathering Waves account confirmed that this is a mistranslation and the passive actually activates through resonance liberation and not resonance skill. And this means this was unintentional but still false marketing, and a lot of people were very angry, and some people also went to the Consumer Affairs Bureau of Japan to make it a legal issue, and this was a major cup. What Kuro did was they gave you 160 asteroid, which is basically one pull, and people were obviously not happy about it. This is a very big problem and cannot be fixed by a compensation like a single pull. So people were angry. Kuro responded again. Kuro responded with this tweet, and this is Google translated, but I have seen another guy who speaks Japanese and him translating this, and it is fairly similar. So let's just read it. Once again, we would like to apologize for the inconvenience caused to everyone regarding the inaccurate description of the 5-star weapon, Blue Scalar Mountain Range. This is not translated correctly. This is Verdant Summit. The name is Verdant Summit, not this. Compensation details have been sent via in-game mail. The inaccurate explanation has now been corrected, but we have decided to respond individually to each of the wanderers, this is rovers, not wanderers, who have been affected by this incident. And then we have the details, who this compensation applies to, who this refund applies to. They have given an individual inquiry form, and they have given a application condition, which is rovers who were affected by this translation error and obtained the 5-star weapon before 2359 on May 29th 2024. So after this tweet, people were actually very happy. They were praising Kuro Games for having such good developers who respond in manners like these, and people were happy, and rightfully so, because this promise is actually a very big promise, and they told you that they are going to individually help everybody who has suffered from this issue, which is just a very tough task, because there are a lot of third parties involved in transactions which might cause a lot of complications. Like there is Google Play Store, there is iOS, there is the banks that did the transaction, there is the laws of the country. All of these things come into effect for refund situations like this. So this was a very big task, and this was a very big promise they did, and that's why the Japanese community was very happy. But what happened was, one of the employees or whoever is responsible within the Kuro team of handling these individual cases, what they did was they sent out a message to all these 209 people, I believe. They sent out a message, and in that message they leaked everybody's email address and their usernames, whoever has registered for this refund accidentally, and which proved that they are not actually individually looking at these cases, because they sent a scripted message to everybody got the same message, which is not a good look. And also they doxed them. Basically they doxed their email ID, they doxed their usernames, and it was only sent to people who have registered this. But as you know, the internet, it just spread like wildfire. And for your refund, they also mentioned that you have to go to your purchase platform, whoever you purchased your asteroid from in game, so like Google Play Store, or even some third party apps, or iOS, or from iOS, Apple. So what they told you was to take the refund from them, and the allocated amount of asteroid will be deducted from your account. If you do not have enough asteroid, it will go into the negative, which they did not tell anything about what will happen if it stays in negative, but they suggested that it should not stay in negative for a long time. Yeah, that was it. They did not treat the forms individually. They leaked, aka doxed, people's emails and usernames, and now their refund, which basically was never going to happen through them, because it is very complicated for who gets the money and how the transactions are done. So obviously the refund was not going to happen fully by them. And then there is also this image which was circulating throughout Twitter, and also was circulated to the Reddit, Weathering Waves Reddit, on this post. This post is blocked now because there was misinformation, aka the thing I am going to talk about right now. The image was an in-game mail that a player received, which was saying that if you get the refund from your third party purchase app, you will get the asteroid deducted from your account, and it will go in minus, and if you do not pay it, you will get banned. This was written in a very informal manner, in a very non-professional manner, very gangster like, very loan shark like, which is just already suspicious. And it is, I think, confirmed that this photo is actually fake, and was actually posted before they told you to do the third party refund thing. So yeah, this is what has been happening in the Japanese community, and this is just bad. This is just incompetency shown on the level that should not be shown by a professional company like Kuro Games. They have hired someone who is not capable of doing the localization for Japanese people, for the Japanese community, and they're paying for their bad decisions. They overpromised, they could not deliver, at least at the time of this recording, and this will just make a lot of Japanese community distrust Kuro Games, which will not be good for Weathering Waves, and it might actually kill Weathering Waves in Japan. All that being said, I still hope that Kuro Games recovers from this blunder they have made, because I still love Weathering Waves. Yeah, that is the video. For more content like this, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye. This is just sad.